Oh. Welcome to Another Look, a film podcast where we go back and discuss a filmmaker's body of work, from their hits to their misses, as well as genres, eras, movements, and everything in between. On this week's episode, we are talking David Fincher. It's my month. I'm Ian Killian.
I'm Jordan Mushino.
Ben Riley.
Nick Creekbaum.
And we have a special guest with us. Who's speaking?
I'm Squit.
And, well, what's up, Nick? This is how many are we? Like 100 episodes in, and Nick doesn't know the order yet. Well, yeah. What number are we in? Does anybody know that?
47. This is 47.
Oh, we should
It's
do.
hilarious that it's only 47. It
Yeah,
feels
we
like
do
more
2
than
a
that.
month.
Yeah,
so.
we do
No,
2
it
months.
just
I
feels
think
like
that's a
little more
lot.
than
Yeah. I just we should do something cool for 50. Do people do that?
Yeah,
Is 50 a
why
cool
not?
number? That'd be cool. Well, I don't know. We can talk about that later. We'll talk shop after the fact. You know, you guys don't need to listen to that. But what's up? Anybody watch anything good recently? Squid, did you see anything recently that you want to talk about? Can you talk?
Okay.
The Ritual, that was a week ago.
Yeah, The Ritual on Netflix.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I liked that a lot.
I thought it was cool. I didn't love it.
It has a cool setup. I like the scene, like the scary scene, where he didn't make the decision in
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
in that
The
beer
robbery?
distributor.
Yeah.
I like that scene.
I
But
like the witchcraft stuff.
The
and all
monster
that.
was
The
awesome.
monster.
yeah, I like the idea of the witchcraft stuff. But when they go to a place at the end, I think it kind of loses steam.
Yeah, like where it like exactly. And like there wasn't a ritual.
It's so
Thin.
It's so thin, like the community they
Yeah.
have up there and
Yeah.
what they're doing, and they basically just kneel to this thing.
Like I think it could have worked if it wasn't talked about and it was still thin. It just didn't they didn't execute it right.
Right. It felt
know?
like a different movie at the end.
Yeah. And did you see that the guy on Letterboxd? I said my review on Letterboxd was like, this was okay, not much of a ritual. And this guy's like, oh, did you not watch the last third?
I think I did see
I
that.
was just like, yeah, I did. Fuck you. Because I'm an internet bully and I say, fuck you, I'm a
You know the
troll.
guy?
No, it was
No.
just some stranger.
Pube.
It was our favorite. Pube is my favorite Letterboxd guy.
What?
He liked a view from Ben.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. though.
Pube like this.
It was a while ago.
And his picture's like Paul Stanley or something like
Yeah.
that. Nick, you want? I know what Nick's gonna talk about. He's warming his voice up to ramble about Annihilation.
Yes. I saw Annihilation, and so did everybody else here other than
Squid didn't see it yet.
Squid didn't see it?
Yeah,
It's limited playing.
yeah. I had to
Oh
go.
my-
I went all the way to Philly to see it.
Did you actually?
No, I was already there.
My
I
God.
wouldn't call it limited.
It was.
I just mean in our area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God,
Our
it was
area is
good.
limited. Yeah, I thought it was good. I think you are flipping on it.
Really?
I think it's good.
I loved it.
I think I gave it a 4, or I'm definitely between a 3.5 and a 4.
I am solidly stuck on a 3.5
Yeah.
because there's a lot of things about it that really
Like what?
bug. Well, first of all, the characters are very stupid.
See, I didn't pick that up. I think
I seen it again yesterday. I
Like
didn't really.
it's just constantly doing things that don't make any sense. Like Natalie Portman, first of all, says she can't remember anything. Okay, and then she proceeds to tell the entire story to this guy. Now, I think the last third is amazing. All that sci-fi stuff is
Yeah.
super cool, but who or why they want to keep this a secret that she has a relationship with Oscar Isaac, I think is thin. I don't care at all.
Yeah.
And that's such a big part. That whole kidnapping scene, which ends kind of cool with the bear and stuff, is so annoying to me, and it felt like it went on forever.
yeah,
I like that scene a lot.
it's scary.
I think that built so much tension and executed.
With sound too. It's like
Yeah.
all the
Well,
sound is
yeah.
really scary.
I hate the alligator.
It
It just looks
me.
so bad, I think.
Yeah, I liked it. I saw it in a packed theater in Philly, and I was sitting like 2 rows away from the screen, which I was uncomfortable with. So I would like to rewatch it in a better environment, you know. But I was into it.
When it got, I'm not going to get spoilery, but at the end, when the visuals started really, really, really picking up at the very end,
Yeah.
that scene is scary to me.
The end is amazing, except for when she comes back.
I like that.
I don't like that, but I love the stuff in the lighthouse. I love all of that. I don't like the affair. It has not why do I care?
I think that's weird too.
And it does a lot of things like that. So like the first hour I'm like iffy on, but the second hour I love.
Why don't you like when she comes back?
Because I don't want them to over explain everything. When you're supposed to be ambiguous, why not be ambiguous?
They are though.
Yeah, is it over explained though? I
Yes,
feel like
it's
it leaves a
ambiguous.
little bit
The
to
whole
ponder
movie-
about.
It doesn't answer every question, but the whole movie is this is what's happening, and then a character, like the whole framing sequence is her explaining what's going on to the other guy, and I'd rather just explore that. You know what I mean?
Instead of it going back and forth.
Going back and forth.
I understand that.
Yeah,
Totally.
and when you want to make you want to make a movie like this, I think that's very important.
Well, I don't want to spoil the book for Nick because I know he's reading it, but she doesn't go back in the book.
Really?
Yeah.
She stays there.
Mm-hmm.
See, I love how it goes, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers ish at the end with Oscar Isaac and honestly, who knows, her maybe.
Well, her eyes do that blanky
Yeah.
thing. You know, she's a whole new person. She's a new critter.
I
You know?
fucking love that.
Yeah, well, I
That's
think
what's scary to me.
well, he's a clone and she is not. She is.
I thought
Are
she
you-
was.
no.
I mean, why does her
she's
eye
an
do that?
alien? Why?
She's
why-
like evolved.
She,
Oh,
the thing.
yeah,
That's how I took
yeah,
it.
the thing
yeah.
is inside of her, like it was in Jennifer Jason Leigh, but that's kind of confusing because she showed the clone characteristics because her eyes were
Yeah.
covered. So that part is a little confusing.
And then she just completely decombusts. And then what does she do? I mean, that's another thing that confuses me. Why didn't she stay that form? Why does she completely decombust at the Jennifer Jason Leigh? And then that's how basically that.
I think Jennifer Jason Leigh, like the girl in with the flower people, was kind of giving herself over to this kind of not necessarily evolutionary standpoint, but kind of this alien, the annihilation. You know what I mean? Kind of what it's about. But I'm not positive because I think the only alien we see really is that flowery thing that she. You know what I mean? You know what that's in the hole in the lighthouse.
Yeah.
I think that would be the alien. I don't know for sure, of course.
Yeah.
But
We did just spoil it, but
it's
But yeah.
okay. It
I
doesn't-
don't care. Don't listen to a movie podcast.
but yeah, I don't know. I fucking loved it.
It's disappointing. It's frustrating to me because I really see what you're saying about the end because I absolutely love that stuff. But when I compare it to movies it wants to be like, it falls short.
I think that Alex Garland ending both of his last two movies on like a bleak note. I love that too.
I don't. Well, was the what's that? Well, let's move on. Because I don't think Ex Machina is
Machina?
bleak.
I do.
She escapes. Well, I mean, she does bad things, but if you're
She
from
escapes
her
I
out
think
point
into
it's
the
saying
world.
it's bleak for the
for
rest of the,
humans,
world.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I watched Red Sparrow, and I thought that was pretty good too.
I fucking liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was gorier than I thought.
Where the hell did Francis Lawrence come from? Like,
Hunger Games.
I know, but I love that style in that movie.
I feel like it
I wish
feels
I wish
like-
it could have been more style. It had like a hint of it, and it I think some of the editing sort of took the style away.
I think it needs tightened. It's
Yeah.
long. It's
Yeah.
2 hours and 20 minutes long. It's
Yeah.
it's a little muddy, but it
Love
does
the
have
score.
yeah. The score was cool.
I didn't notice it, but I did. There was like they focused on too many on sex too much. I think like we got the point that like
I get why because that is what they do. I wish they kind of
but
explored who
they-
they were more.
yeah they could have cut like say the creepy boss scene stuff. I think
Yeah.
that subplot was just like not needed.
That's-
It's showing this disgusting world, of course, but
Did you think she was good?
yeah, I did.
I thought she was pretty good. There's one scene that I hated, but that's when which would be a spoiler. I guess I won't spoil.
Don't say the finale with Joel Edgerton because I fucking love that part.
Yeah, yeah.
which part.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but
The chair part.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm talking about.
Oh, I love that part so much.
Well, I don't think the part's bad. I just think her acting in that part is bad, especially when she's like faking it, like pretending to,
I thought she pulled that off so well.
I thought. I mean, I liked it. I think it was just cool to see a rated R adult movie spy movie out instead of like a
Hunger Games
Hunger
type
Games
bullshit.
or like a series. But
That's what I mean.
This
Where
I
that
feel
guy-
like it feels kind. I think it looks kind of like. I think the look is like Hunger Games. The polish and stuff.
Almost, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love the
Like
I
the-
love the style of it.
Like the behind the scenes Hunger Games stuff, obviously not the
yeah,
games.
yeah. Like I don't know. Like this could be technically a series, but it was just nice to see. Like we're talking about a director that wants more adult movies that
Yeah.
aren't just like franchise pop.
Good. Yeah.
you know?
Good cast. I liked the twist.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, that was a good twist.
I think it's just a quality movie. I think. Yeah, it was good.
Joel Edgerton's in so much shit. I mean, and I'm kind of
And he was on a hot streak when he first came out.
yeah.
And then he's just getting popular and just in a bunch of stuff.
I liked him in this.
I mean, you're excited about the new Al Pacino movie, so
I am. I'm just like starting to get tired of Joel Edgerton, but I liked him in this. I thought he did well.
yeah. Ben, did you watch anything worth talking about?
Yeah, well, I don't think we've talked about this since even on our last episodes, but Black Panther, we haven't really gotten into that much.
Yeah.
Jordan's an expert. He's
Yeah.
seen it 3 times. It just feels like,
Jordan was playing drums.
Yeah.
I was going like this.
Yeah, he was doing the shoulder thing.
I mean, I don't know if I buy into it being as different as some of the Marvel movies, but I definitely felt there was something a little bit more special about it than
I'll tell you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Interrupt.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what it was.
what.
Because the villain actually had some fucking awesome motivation.
Yeah,
Well,
Marvel villains are usually pretty
I
forgettable.
I agree.
I think that's, but like, I mean, they're out of 18 movies. I think Loki's good.
Yeah,
Loki's
there's
good.
only a few that
Yeah,
you can
but,
really
like,
think of.
But that's not a good excuse.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
think.
I mean? But Loki.
I think the worst aspect of it is the aesthetic. I think it has a good story. I wish they showed more stuff like the Oakland stuff to help drive home
Real world
Killmonger's point
yeah.
of view.
Yeah,
To show the oppression they're talking about.
but I thought Wakanda was awesome.
Yeah, me
Wakanda
too.
did look awesome.
Yeah.
I think.
And-
I don't know. Some of it, I think for aesthetic, I don't just mean that. Like obviously, I liked the James Bond scene.
Yeah.
And
The car chase was cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. A lot of people are giving shit to like the CGI.
I
people,
think
but
that scene looks good, but I think the train scene looks like a fucking PS2 cutscene.
yeah,
It looks
Matrix
bad.
Reloaded.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what it was.
Like it's when the two Black Panther suits are fighting.
Oh, okay.
It literally
yeah.
there's a meme where it's they're like fighting each other and it's on a PS2 case.
Okay, yeah,
And it
that-
legit looks like a PS2 game. It's so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
I'd say probably the end is probably the weakest
Yeah.
part
And
of
then it
it
turns
all.
into like Power Rangers almost, where she
Yeah.
has like
it's almost like its drawbacks are because it's a Marvel movie.
that was exactly my review
Yeah.
because like you were saying like I think I don't know. For the first half, I forgot it was a Marvel
yeah,
movie.
it
almost.
feels like
Yeah.
a Marvel movie at a point,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
before
yeah.
that, you can kind of.
But yeah,
It feels different.
But it's like when people say like Thor Ragnarok it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie. I'm like,
I mean,
it
it's a
kinda,
different style, but
Yeah.
it still
I think
feels.
it definitely does.
yeah. It's just like no. If it was like a character study about fucking Thor, you know what I mean? That's different.
Yeah, all I remember from Thor Ragnarok is bad Bruce Banner jokes.
Oh, he was bad. But anyway, yeah, I like Black Panther. It was just so cool to see that stuff on
It
screen.
was
There's-
refreshing.
There's not a movie that I can recall a blockbuster that has like African culture.
and it's making so much money.
Yeah. On
Yeah,
screen.
that is awesome.
You know,
Is it really busy still at the theater? Local theater?
and the soundtrack's awesome.
It's been number one for like every week it's
Yeah.
been out.
Until next week.
What's next week?
Oh, Wrinkle in Time.
Strangers.
Strangers is not going to be number one. I'll be like number
I
5.
hope so. I hope it's good.
I watched that Spanish horror movie Veronica this morning that
What's
people
that?
keep talking about.
I've heard of it.
It's a Ouija board movie,
Oh,
and it's about this like a teenage girl who whose father is dead, and she wants to talk to him, so she gets her high school friends to participate in a seance with the Ouija board, and obviously she invites a demon who is not who she thinks it is. And what's it's from the guy who did Wreck, like Record. Do you remember?
yeah.
And it's got a lot of style to it, and it kind of surprised me. I thought it was pretty cool. It didn't really scare me or anything, but it's got the whole like nun aspect and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, there's a blind nun in it that they call Sister Death. She doesn't really go.
Spooky.
Doesn't that sound spooky?
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. It doesn't really go as far as you wish, but it has a lot of surprising style, and like its tone is kind of all over the place, but it almost is a cool thing because it's trying so many different things.
Well, you said it wasn't that scary, but I was walking around Muncie and I heard some screaming. Heard you
Heard some
screaming.
screaming.
Where do you watch that?
I thought you were gonna fucking talk about Death Wish. Damn it!
Okay, I can talk
Yeah,
about
what-
Death Wish.
It's
That
a
was
new
just
movie.
what you wanted him to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that's what
You
you was
didn't
I had it all
ask
planned
me.
out, and then it got fucked.
Okay, Death
It was
Wish.
okay.
It was okay. You know, I think I actually might like it more than Death Sentence,
Oh,
but
not
I,
me.
Oh,
I don't really like
which
Death
doesn't mean
Sentence
much
at all.
because you
Yeah.
don't like Death
Yeah.
Sentence at all.
It just was meh to me.
Some of the stuff was really cool, but some like the YouTube stuff is so stupid,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have
Is there more exposition through YouTube, like Justice League?
all the
or
time. It's him like watching like how to load a gun and stuff like
Yeah.
and stuff like that in YouTube all
that,
the
like
time.
that's kind of interesting because that's like saying you can learn anything from the internet,
Well,
and that's definitely an Eli Roth point.
well, it feels so much like an ad for the NRA, and that
Ooh.
and that's the part that
I mean,
that sucks.
D'Onofrio was pretty good in it.
Yeah, I think the cast was good. I think it has some good in it. I think some of it's dumb fun, but it
Willis
doesn't.
was fine.
my favorite scene was when like Mr. Rovenalt pulled out opened his drawer and he had a handgun in it. Our teacher from high school. I think
did.
teachers from high school should have guns, don't you, Squit?
Yeah, Mr. Myers should be armed with a gun.
But the thing is Eli Roth thinks that he gets a pass because the bad guys are not minorities,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, this is different.
It's not racist.
The
Yeah,
original
it's
one is like that, right?
very
Jeff
racist.
Goldblum's one of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, he's not obviously a minority though.
Yeah,
I laughed at the one scene that had
He's not-
real
There's
explicit
no rape in this one.
Eli
That's
Roth
good.
gore
That's a prize too. Go ahead.
with the
Ooh,
my
that-
friend Jack.
The scene is stupid.
But the gore is
That-
fucking nasty.
Oh man, when the car hits the guy in the head,
Brains.
you see it. It like pours out like intestines almost. It is.
Oh
Yeah.
disgusting.
man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's real Eli Rothy.
I would watch it again.
Doesn't he squirt something in someone's veins?
Yeah, he.
That,
'cause
it was that scene, I think.
He's a doctor, so he cuts where the sciatic nerve is, and then he pours like brake fluid in it or
Yeah.
something. And he's like, "This is the greatest pain." Because he's a doctor, he knows this is the most pain a human can withstand
Yeah,
before
doctors-
like passing out.
Doctors know that.
Yeah, but part of it's really stupid because like the Kersey guy in the old Death Wish is an architect, and this one is a doctor.
Yeah.
And because he's a doctor, some of the stuff is stupid. Like all these gangsters come in and he operates on them and saves them and
he's-
steals their gun. And I think it's so stupid that he's like, "Oh, this is what I need to do," and so he's cutting out the bullets and he sees all the damage that gun inflicts on people.
Isn't learning,
and he doesn't
yeah,
learn
yeah.
anything from that.
That one line in the beginning, I was like, don't fucking do this right away. When he's like, when he tries to save the cop and they pronounce the cop dead and his partner's like, now let me guess, you're going to go save the
that-
guy who just shot him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it. They're going to fucking
Isn't
play
that
that.
that's a doctor's job? You
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
And he's like, I hope so or something.
Some of it was cool. Like I like the idea of them calling him the Grim Reaper. I love when he goes up to the ice cream man. I
Yeah.
love that scene. Some of the stuff is.
I think like vigilante stuff can be interesting, but it's just overwrought anymore. And like, do something new with that.
it just needs a little bit more style, and it needs to not be such a big subject.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
because you kind of can't escape it watching it.
And like,
I started to have fun, but at the beginning it felt very disgusting.
I was gonna say, like, do we need that right now?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
This is going to make me sound like a sick fuck, but not that I wanted a rape scene, but I wanted to actually see.
That sounds like you want.
No, listen.
You wanted him to have more motivation.
Yeah.
Killing his wife and putting his daughter in a coma was not enough.
Well,
You wanted them
no,
to
no.
be raped.
No. They didn't show. They did not show. They cut away from it.
Oh, you want to see the violence against women?
Well, no, but like in Death Sentence, it's so fucking like
It's gritty. It's
yeah,
disgusting.
it's real gritty.
It's
Yeah.
exploitation.
Gratuitous. Yeah.
and
I thought you didn't see it.
what?
Death
No,
Wish.
he saw. I missed it
Oh,
with
He's
him.
talking about
Oh.
death
Yeah, I
sentence,
saw it.
right?
Oh.
Yeah, like I don't want to like. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see like nasty shit.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see a little bit
it brings
more,
a heaviness.
especially with Eli Roth at the helm.
It brings a heaviness to
Yeah.
it. And
It was a hard R.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
My
But
problem
there was
is
no tits.
that's a small complaint.
Eli
Yeah.
Roth is also like a troll, and he thinks
Yeah.
these issues, like, why do you care? You know what I mean? Like, he has an issue with activism.
Yeah.
Slacktivism, as he says in Green
Green
Inferno.
So part of it, I would watch it again.
He changed
I don't
my
think
life.
it's as bad as.
He kind of felt like
People
a
make it out.
director for hire in this too.
Oh, he was. It wasn't developed by him or anything.
Yeah, I think it like could be if he maybe. I don't have any
Well,
faith in.
The author of
Him.
the
It
original
doesn't
book
matter.
series hates the old movies because the point of the book is that vigilantism is bad.
Yeah.
And the movies make it look like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't grab a wallaby, the gun that Paul Kersey famously used. I
Yeah.
wish that stuff was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns are sick, but
yeah.
but we don't need them.
Yeah.
Not everybody needs a fucking.
Yeah, they
oh,
do.
Shit, Laylan's coming. All right, we're gonna take a little break, and Nick has something to say.
Well, are we going to go into what we think tonight as
Oh.
we're recording this on the night of the Oscars? What we think is going to win?
Yeah, what's your prediction? Just give a little guy.
3 billboards I'm going with.
I think.
Okay, what's your prediction and who do you want?
Yeah, do that.
I like 3 billboards a lot, but I'd want Shape of Water. Well, fuck, I want Get Out too.
I think
It's a
they're
good year.
They're two like weird,
Yeah.
predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want the most Phantom Thread because it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Is that nominated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I would want the second most Get Out because I think it'd be the most important
Yeah.
thing to win.
Yeah.
But I also do really like 3 billboards and Shape of Water, and it's between them, and I'm okay with either of them winning.
It's a strong year.
I think the 3 billboards discussion is really good. A lot of people hate it for that reason, but
Yeah.
I think it makes it a more complicated and interesting movie.
Squit, what do you want to win Oscars?
I only seen like 2 of the movies.
Which ones?
Get Out and Lady Bird. Was
Yeah.
Lady Bird one?
Yeah.
What else? I didn't see that.
didn't see Shape
Lady
of Water?
No, I didn't see
Damn.
that. I
Talking to the mic. there you
I
go.
seen
Stop.
Lady Bird and I seen that Get Out.
What-
Yeah,
what-
yeah,
what-
We got
heard
that.
We heard that.
I think 3 billboards is probably going to win, but
Oh,
I would like Get Out to win.
Yeah, I would like Get Out to win. I'd be cool with Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Part of me wants Dunkirk to win, but it doesn't deserve it.
No, it does. No, you don't.
I
Well,
liked all
I
I
love
liked all of
Christopher
the Best
Nolan.
Picture movies.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I've seen all of them and I liked them all.
I
so.
just like when like people are like, how can you have Lady Bird win over Dunkirk, which is like, technical masterpiece and like.
That's not all it's about though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just funny when people.
Dunkirk
say,
will win those awards. and
Yeah.
Lady
I'm
Bird
glad
will-
that it got
Dunkirk is
nominated.
good.
What?
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
It's no chance to win, but
earlier, I bet you last year that was probably like a front runner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We're like, oh, it's a war movie.
it's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I don't really care too much about Oscar.
I'm excited for Roger Deakins to probably win his first Oscar.
That would be sick.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there
that would
any
be cool.
good
Deserves
foreign
to fucking win
films?
that.
I haven't seen any of them. It's a Fantastic Woman. It's or The Fantastic Woman.
Yep,
Can't, The Square, Loveless. There's
Yeah,
this
I didn't see any of 'em.
Hungarian movie. They're all available, but I haven't watched any.
Yeah.
Of them.
Dude, you
When
didn't go see
available?
the fucking shorts again.
Available on what?
Like streaming and
Download.
Yeah, you can pay to rent Loveless and The
iTunes,
Square
iTunes.
and yeah.
download it illegally, bro.
Can't say I ain't paying for that.
I don't want to pay.
The Square won the Palme d'Or last year.
Oh, maybe I will pay. I don't know.
You probably
Why
will.
don't you watch the
Me.
trailers and see if it interests you? Because
Okay.
some of them might not.
Loveless
the
probably
shorts.
will. Loveless is like long and slow.
Yeah, it's Russian. It's the guy who
Yeah.
made Leviathan, I think.
Yeah.
I never seen that.
Yeah.
I think
Me neither.
isn't it with the whale?
Well, there's 2 Leviathan movies too, so it's kind
Yeah,
of
it's the guy like sitting on like whale bones or something.
All right.
Yeah.
that's like the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I know. All right, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna break into Nick's gun, or my roommate's gun safe and shoot him off. Not shoot him, but shoot the guns off up and into the air. Hey Ben, what are we watching, or what did we watch? What are we talking about?
First, we're going to be talking about Gone Girl. It was directed by David Fincher and written by Gillian Flynn. It was released in 2014, and it stars Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike. The plot synopsis is with his wife's disappearance having become the focus of an intense media circus, a man sees the spotlight turned on him when it's suspected that he may not be innocent.
Ah, yes, a nice romantic movie just to remind you of love.
Yep, Ben Affleck's cock. Made it
I knew you were going to bring that
flaccid
up.
It's
cock.
not really like I didn't really
didn't-
notice it.
It was so
You can see it
fucking
from the
random.
side.
Like,
I never noticed it.
It's in people like talk about it and stuff, and I just like I didn't even notice it. It's the
When do you
shower.
see it?
yeah, it's when he's in the
shower.
shower.
Yeah, when
And
she's all bloody.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might not even be real.
when I saw
It is.
in
I think
theaters,
that's why people flip out about it.
when I saw it in theaters,
And you're like,
I was like,
"Whoa, he's packing."
You're like,
what
oh,
the fuck?
ooh.
Like,
Why
Why
does
does
that
that matter?
matter?
It's
Why
just
does
so random to me.
there was
Like,
wieners in Red Sparrow.
Yeah,
and
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there was. But like, it's I don't know.
Your
My
grown-ass-
argument won't go over.
Never
well,
seen him
so-
before.
Yeah, I
You
just was
think,
like,
you think
that's
it's random
fucking
for a naked body to have a?
No, it's just random
A
that,
wiener?
That Ben Affleck has a dick.
It's random that Ben Affleck was like, all right, whatever.
He probably
Like,
doesn't
it was
care.
so
Fuck it.
unnecessary. I don't
Fuck
know.
it.
Fuck it.
Well,
Let's
Huh?
get to the
Scared of a
real
little dick.
conversation.
Yeah.
let's get to the movie instead of
a
your
part that
cock
half
talk.
of us didn't even notice.
yeah dick talk.
I noticed
Did you see
it,
it
but
in
I didn't
theaters?
care.
Yes, I
Well,
did.
I watched it's
I watched it the same night as Annabelle.
I watched
First
it.
one?
Yeah,
God damn it! It doesn't matter. I
Annabelle sucks.
I watched it on the projector on the rewatch, and it just the projector upstairs is not too hot,
Dim.
and
Yeah.
and like this movie's very very shadowy, and like
Mhm.
it was struggling up on that
Very
screen.
yellow.
Yeah, it didn't look too great, but I know it's a good looking movie though. I think it looks good. It's just it's a David Fincher movie, so it's gray.
There's something about the
cold.
way all his movies
yeah,
look I love.
digital,
Yeah.
but it's not like a Michael Mann digital or
Yeah.
Michael Mann digital where it's like you remember Public Enemies? It looks like it's like
It looks like a very sharp,
yeah
too sharp,
and
and
there might be like some like
super dark blacks.
Yeah.
like crushed blacks,
yeah
stuff like that.
yeah it's like crunchy looking almost and
Yeah.
like yeah but this is very like smooth.
It's like he
looking.
makes them softer. You know what I mean? To almost look like
Yeah,
film, but
yeah
it's a good movie.
yeah it's awesome and that's it. See you guys later.
Do you? Okay, so this is a double whammy of two characters that you just don't really. You're not supposed to care for them, really.
No.
But do you feel any remorse towards the end for Ben Affleck?
I mean, how couldn't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I mean she's like a sociopath and he's stuck. You know,
So
I-
even though he was cheating on his wife,
which
I don't.
he's
You
a
know,
He makes the point that just because he's not a good guy doesn't mean he's a murderer.
yeah,
So
right.
yeah.
the one thing that bothers me about this movie, and almost nothing does, is that he just kind of gives in at the end.
Yeah,
It's frustrating.
I'd
you
say
know?
the end is probably because that makes it for me, and that's more of the book too, obviously.
yeah.
But just how it goes so far, like your suspension of disbelief is a little hard at that point because there's no way that you could get away with all of that without any sort of
Yeah, the movie makes it really convincing, but he could do something.
Yeah.
I feel like he
Kill her.
should have.
He should kill her.
just smashed your skull in.
Dude, I know like the part when like he like pushes her against the wall towards the end always scares me. There's
it's violent.
the sound and it's so violent. Yeah.
That sequence of violence too with Neil Patrick Harris is just so
That's-
gory.
And it sucks. You don't see his dick.
yeah,
What the fuck?
it's so like his blood is almost like black.
It's fucking heavy. And
Yeah.
the scene always gets me when she like smacks her face with the ball peen hammer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that they didn't clean the blood off her at the hospital.
yeah when she
She
Yeah.
like walks. She does her media.
Yeah,
she
that's
goes
weird.
home.
Goes, and it has showers and
Yeah.
yeah
I never
not
thought about
until
that. That's
the
weird.
Ben Affleck
Well, I watched
dick
it with
scene.
Chelsea, and she's like, "That doesn't make any fucking sense."
Well, yeah, it looks cool.
It
I think
does.
they only did that to like so they could lead up to that scene in the shower.
Well, there isn't.
There's something like
you could read it that she was using it intentionally to
For
manipulate
sympathy.
the media.
Yeah,
you
that's
could
good
read
too.
it that way. Yeah.
And there's like some like symbolic shit. You know what I mean? She's washing this shit off and starting
Yeah,
over. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like I don't know. This movie's I wasn't too hot on it the first time. I thought it was good. I just was like, yeah, you know. But I think this time I laughed more. I thought it was funnier. Is this his funniest movie? I guess like
It's satirical with all the
Yeah, it is-
media
and just,
sensationalism
like,
and stuff.
like he always does like the what's it called when you have ads, not ads in a movie, but
Product placement.
product placement. Like it just made me
Amazing
laugh.
Amy.
Yeah, like there's like some product placement stuff that makes me laugh. Like it's such a morose movie, and like it's just like KFC.
Well, do you guys have the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How the Blu-ray comes with
The
the,
short
Amazing
story?
Amy book in it?
Yeah.
I think that's
Comes
awesome.
up with it comes with a children's book.
That's cool.
It's just kind of
Did you read it?
neat. No.
Hey, it's
I
only
just love
29
that shit.
pages.
It's what?
29 pages, about a sentence to a page.
That's hilarious.
It's about what he's read of Annihilation so far.
Yeah. It's funny because this guy can really, in my eyes, almost do no wrong as of late.
I love
his
everything.
Career.
I love everything he does.
But this movie is one of those movies where it's solid, but
Yeah.
it's not one
Yeah.
of my favorites of his.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
me too.
I like
would
it a lot.
I'm sorry,
It's okay.
I pulled your.
I would say it's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I love it. It's every aspect of it. The way that he is presented, the way that she knows that he's going to look like a smug asshole is kind of like Ben Affleck's actual life.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
him smiling at
Yeah.
her missing poster and stuff, that stuff is so brilliant.
yeah.
That scene
The
is-
script is so fucking good.
Yeah.
It's a little flashy, but like it works so well.
I
It's
could
so
see people
fucking good.
getting like a little like kind of like queasy from the narration that she comes in with from a
Yeah.
diary every other
yeah,
scene, but
yeah.
it structurally it works so well.
Yeah.
You guys are going to laugh at this. You read the book, right?
No,
I did too.
I didn't.
Okay, because
Oh.
did you read it, Dean?
No.
I read half of it, and that's not a bullshit lie. It is.
Why don't you finish anything?
From what I read, that's the story is so well written, in my opinion, in the book, and
Like the book is good. Is
well,
that what
you
you-
know the novelist wrote the screenplay.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I think this translation from book to screen was done so well.
Yeah.
It would be you might find that if you read more books that it might be
Maybe.
You know,
yeah.
It depends. Sometimes it
Yeah,
depends,
sometimes.
but
That's why I thought the narration worked, because I was like, this is just
well, some things work better in a book and they don't work in
Yeah.
a movie. so
Blade
you have
Runner's
to-
narration works great.
Reading the book, you would think that because every other chapter is a
Yeah.
diary entry that
Yeah.
it might not work. You know what I mean? But they do it so well.
Did she do Girl on a Train?
No.
No,
Oh.
it's just like it's
Sharp
that-
objects or whatever
it-
the fuck.
yeah.
Dark Places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that era of like dark, like crime,
Mhm.
family drama stuff.
Yeah.
People were hoping Girl on the Train movie was like the next Gone Girl. The book
Yeah.
definitely was.
Okay, because I know
Fortunately,
that like the same.
wasn't.
They were like this similar time, and I didn't know if she did it because I read the book and I was like, but
yeah, I
okay.
didn't read that book.
all right.
That scene was so awkward, in my opinion, when that girl comes out and wants to take a selfie with him or whatever.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And then he's like, "Can you just delete that, please?" And
Well,
she's
that's-
like, "Fuck
dude,
no!" Or something.
Isn't
I
like
would-
panic? It's very I would
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
That stuff
Grab a hold
drives
of that
me
shit.
crazy.
He gets
Yeah.
like caught in the moment and just.
But why would she have wanted a picture?
Yeah.
It's just like the whole thing, like starting basically from OJ, like the way the media coverage started
Yeah.
from that time frame. That's
people-
what it's commenting
like
on.
people going to his bar after
Like
being
celebrityism.
I fucking would go to a murderer's bar. I'm sure I have, and I'm sure
Yeah.
this guy that owns cell
Yeah.
blocks has killed somebody.
Shamrock.
Squid, have you ever seen Gone Girl?
No.
Oh,
Glad to have you here for
Yeah.
it.
Do you like David Fincher?
I don't know. What did he make?
Fight Club,
Yeah, I like that.
Seven.
Social Network,
I didn't see that.
7.
Girl with the
I
Dragon
like
Tattoo.
Seven a lot. I didn't see that either.
Well, this episode is for you, buddy
Panic
boy.
Room?
I thought there was a movie that you said that I thought I saw. I don't know.
I guess
What do
not.
you mean?
I thought it was something else other
The
than
Game?
Gone Girl. Zodiac, you said.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Zodiac
next time.
Oh, I thought you said this.
Yeah.
Panic Room is one I really want to revisit.
Yeah, I've only seen that one time.
You can come for Zodiac. You can be. You can just be on the rest. The
One
next.
all of them. I'm just gonna stay here and look.
Just stay here and talk
I
shit.
make Schnarf nervous because I'm smarter than him.
You just keep.
I know more than he does.
Yeah,
He
you
does.
know more about a movie you haven't watched.
I don't want to trip up.
You just keep staring at him. But okay, so yeah, I do. I like this more than I originally watched, and it is very. I picked up more stuff from it. Like it's more of a satire. It's funny.
Tanner Bull is amazing.
Oh yeah, Tyler Perry is good.
Yeah.
Did you like the score?
I love the score.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't actually, because I like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo score more.
Me
I
too,
think.
but
Well, I'd say for this,
It's like
I-
mellow.
yeah, I feel like it's designed to be it sounds calm and peaceful, but there's
Yeah.
like a real like dark grime layer underneath it.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you like what we were talking about, the Neil Patrick Harris, like the
Oh,
death
yeah.
scene, that it builds up and it's so heavy and
Yeah.
it's so dark.
That tone, like it
Yeah.
starts, but then it's just like.
It's like loud.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is.
I love the Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, David Fincher like that they got
Dude,
together because
they're-
I love.
I don't think there's a bad one that like you know.
No, I love all three of them.
Are they on
They started with Social Network.
Are they on his series Manhunter?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter?
No, I don't think so.
This looks like Mindhunter.
It does.
For the most. Probably
Yeah.
I think
more
all
than-
of his stuff has
Yeah,
started to
it
look
does.
this
Yeah,
way.
just like shot on like the newest red, and you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
What
And
would she do?
House of Cards even looks like this
Yeah.
for the most part.
yeah, yeah.
What would she do? Black hole.
He's not.
What?
Squid's just laughing at Nick.
I don't know if I want him to. You know, it sounds cool, but he's never
I
done anything like that.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. He might not be the right choice for it. You know.
Yeah.
He's an over.
Be more Martin McDonough. Just kidding.
They just said the guy that did that Dope movie is doing Black
Yeah,
Hole.
I thought that was
What?
a random choice, but I mean, we'll see.
God damn it.
Who do you want?
David Fincher.
Okay.
David
mean,
see it
Cronenberg
through.
sounds like
What
it would be
about
the
Alex
best fit, but
Garland?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or somebody that like works with like teens, like the guy from Dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Did you even see
the
Dope?
director of
Yeah,
Dope
I
or the
fucking
guy that
saw
starred
it.
in Dope?
It was
The director.
okay.
Oh,
I like the kid in Dope.
I was gonna say
was
that.
okay.
That's
I
the
thought Dope
problem
was
now.
pretty
He's
good.
not going to
Nick
bring the
has with the guy
darkness
with
to it.
Dope.
You don't know.
That
I don't
needs.
know
I
that.
haven't. I don't remember Dope at all. I saw it in theater.
Yeah,
And I can't
yeah,
remember anything,
yeah.
so I couldn't make an opinion.
I remember when the girl puked everywhere or whatever.
I don't. But
It's not.
Wait,
I
wait.
wouldn't be like, you know who should make the Black Hole movie is the guy who did this movie. You know what I mean? But I don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Give him a
see.
chance.
but
Here you go.
Just
Gone
want
Girl.
the movie to be made.
What's that?
Just want the fucking movie to be made.
Yeah, it would be cool. I didn't read the graphic novel, so I don't really know. But I should. Gone Girl is a great movie.
Yeah.
There's something about how suffocating it all feels, you know, how they know the whole time. Okay, let's talk about the reveal. I read the book before I saw the movie, so I already knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But did you guys have any idea?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
And-
so.
And it reveals it so open. Like
Yeah, it's just the
cuts-
scene.
It just cuts to her driving, and you're like,
She's
did I-
she's
it's just a-
chugging her Coke. She's
she-
eating her like
eat
Twinkies. I love
Twinkies.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. The reveal itself is. It's not. It's barely revealed.
Well, it's basically revealed the scene before, but if you're not really paying attention, it's because it shows the whole shed full of shit.
Oh yeah.
so
yeah,
if you
yeah,
like
yeah.
grasp that what that
Yeah.
means,
yeah,
then
that's true. Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes the movie go from a more typical traditional narrative,
like if he killed her, you
who
mean?
done it
Yeah.
kind of thing, to something so much more.
Yeah.
Do you think her story at the motel, whatever you want to call it, do you think
That was on
worked?
edge.
With the scumbag
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little on edge.
I would probably call that the weak link.
Yeah, but there's just like something about like her just being like she puts herself in like these vulnerable spots.
She has
because-
to, yeah.
Yeah, and like it just shows that she's like desperate to.
Go
get-
to Neil Patrick
yeah,
Harris.
yeah.
Right.
It's there for a reason, but I would
Yeah.
agree. I don't
Yeah.
know how.
Garrett Hedlund or no?
No,
that's,
it's-
it's the guy from. I always get these two.
Guy from Logan.
Yeah, yeah. What the fake
Boyd
tooth guy.
something?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Boyd Holbrook or something?
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something?
I always get those. They look so much alike, like grimy, tall white guy.
What do you
Yeah.
think about the lead detective?
She's from Deadwood.
good.
She's awesome. Jane.
She is good.
She's
Kim Dickens.
Her
What?
name's Jane. And
What movie did I think that she was in that you flat out were
It
like,
wasn't
"No,
that
it
long
wasn't."
ago, and I was like, dude, no, it's fucking not, and it wasn't.
She didn't really do much. Like she did like the Treme or that HBO.
She's
show.
on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh,
She's one of
okay.
the main.
Yeah,
cast
she
of
does
that.
TV. I was gonna say she does
Yeah.
like TV stuff.
Show blows.
But
Carl
Did you
died
watch
a
an
virgin.
episode?
Huh?
what?
Did you
Carl-
watch an episode?
Carl died a virgin. Walking Dead.
On
Are you
Walking
sure?
Dead- on Walking
Yeah, he
Dead.
didn't get no.
Yeah, how do you
He
know
didn't
about
get
his
a
sex
Hummer.
life?
Yeah. Why do you think that?
How you think he did?
I don't know.
Right.
You're the one who's sure.
He
Yeah,
didn't get,
glad he
he
died.
didn't get
Fuck him.
nothing. He didn't get nothing.
Who-
Not even a
Why are we
Hummer.
talking about The
Yeah,
Walking Dead?
Fuck The Walking Dead. But Squid, talk about Gone Girl.
I don't know anything about
Why
it.
did
Say I
you
didn't
see
want
it?
to. Say
Why
I didn't
didn't
want to
you see
see
it?
it.
I know.
Then-
I watch
then-
it.
Then there's the door.
I'll watch it.
Then there's the door. Get the fuck out.
No.
You're thinking, did you even have the opportunity to watch these movies?
Could have been one of your many dates with whoever.
No, maybe. Gone
do you
Girl.
mean with
I don't
whoever?
know.
No, okay. No, I remember a big complaint at the time where people thought this was like well, okay, let's talk about this. I don't want to I'm not going to okay, let's talk about this. It's hard to watch a movie like this where like a woman claims she was raped and hasn't, and it's an interesting thing, and I just hate it works as this in this story, but I just hate that people use that because people can weaponize that.
She is the stereotypical cold, hard bitch.
Yeah, she's the crazy bitch. She's my crazy ex.
Absolutely.
You know?
And it's crazy
Yeah.
that they go back to her previous exes
yeah.
and investigate them and see that
I'm
they
not
went
saying
through the-
people aren't like that out there,
Well, we're just talking. Yeah, there are.
but
there
people
are.
use that.
Yeah, that's the
blame
excuse for
victims.
everybody.
Yeah.
It happens
Yeah.
once, so everybody's like that.
She
rather
even
than-
says that at the one point where she's like, "You don't make me into this person. I don't want to be the cold shrew that is
Yeah,
like bugging you." Like
yeah.
they comment about like the behavior and stuff, but then she kind of is. She obviously has issues.
Yeah.
She's a sociopath.
Sociopath.
So
She's a manufactured sociopath based on Amazing Amy. She was,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
sh-
mean?
she's-
So her childhood,
parents choked her
exactly,
into
to
this.
death.
Yeah,
Exactly.
into whatever she wants. It's like she's like
she was one-upped every time by
Yeah.
a cartoon
yeah.
or a drawing,
Yeah.
whatever, a children's
yeah,
book.
like
kids
she was
book.
getting married when she still wasn't married, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that forced her to be controlling and yeah.
I'd say early on in the relationship, though, I don't get the vibe that she's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It doesn't. It feels like once the reveal happens, it's almost sort of surprising in
Well,
that way.
I think intentionally because what we are seeing from her is what she has told us.
yeah,
Yeah, like
Because it's her.
unreliable narrator.
exactly.
And,
Yeah.
but also though, like maybe like Ben Affleck kind of like scooches out of her from under her like control.
Yeah.
He's seeing somebody else, and that isn't what she wants. you
Yeah,
know?
True.
every situation, his own behavior unrelated to it makes him look worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a
Oh.
good, he's not a good guy.
And it felt so real now, like with like everything like going on these days of just like there's just like uproar on the news for everybody, and we just see people like fumbling through stuff, and then it's commented like instantly, and then people just keep fumbling through
Yeah,
these like public appearances.
Yeah,
and,
and they're all bullshit. The Nancy Grace double
Oh,
here
yeah.
is just insane,
Yeah.
and so is the pregnant neighbor who's a
Yeah.
psychopath.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's just
that's
so
the
real.
people
It's
that
real.
inform us. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
We listen to the louder people on social media every day.
That's what I mean. I get all my news from memes, and that's
Shit's
Trim
shirt
Poppy.
is a meme right now.
I get all my news from Trim Poppy.
his shirt says, "Cell phones killed 11 people today. Why not ban them?"
Squid. Are
What do you think?
you pro teacher gun?
I don't think I have an opinion about it.
You don't want you want teachers to have
Don't
guns?
want to put yourself out
I
there.
I don't know.
I
I
already
don't
told them.
really think
what-
about it. I don't think.
That's a good life to live.
that works.
I don't know.
Okay,
That's
I mean,
okay.
that's fine. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm
Yeah,
putting-
I know. I just don't.
it doesn't matter. I'm just putting. I'm fucking with
I
you.
know.
I'm fucking with you. But yeah, there's just like these aspects of like
Yeah, and at
Ben's
the same
Ben's
at-
character felt so real to me.
yeah, and at the same time, right now we're listening to high school kids who are the
Yeah.
loud ones. Whether
Yeah,
I might agree with what they're saying,
Yeah.
but who really knows? That
Yeah.
What we're seeing is so easily manipulated
yeah,
all the time.
yeah. I just this movie really works. Any ratings? Ben, what are you gonna rate it?
I will give this one a 4.5 out of 5.
What about you? It's hard one to rate.
I think I'll do 4.5.
Nick,
I would do a 4.
can you talk into the mic, please?
I would do a 4.
Cool. I'm gonna go with 4 too. 4.2. I'm changing our rating system to decimal system. No 4.
Dewey
Yeah, no the
decimal?
Dewey decimal system. Yeah, I think 4 works. I think it's good. It's very rewatchable. I'm
Flies by for how long it is.
and I'm glad it's not a TV show. So, all right, we're gonna take a little break, and Squit's gonna lecture us about his gun policies.
My mom did post that.
Thor trailer.
Yeah. God damn, I'm stupid. Ben, what did we watch?
We watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It was directed by David Fincher. It was written by Steven Zaillian and based on the novel by Stieg Larsson. It was released in 2011 and it stars Rooney Mara, Daniel Craig, and Christopher Plummer. The plot synopsis is journalist Mikhail Blomquist is aided in his search for a woman who has been missing for 40 years by Lisbeth Salander, a young computer hacker.
Not enough in my
Opinion.
Such a fucking good movie.
I agree.
As soon as I saw Ben, he came down here, and I was like, man, Girl's Dragon Tattoo made me feel two things. Nostalgia for like working at the theater and seeing movies all the fucking time for free, and just like that
era.
You know, that era of just like we would see each
Oh,
other.
I remember that.
We hung out all the time. You know what I mean?
That was a moment that pissed me the fuck off when we worked at the theater because I had to fucking work and you guys were all going to see it. And I was like, God damn it, I want to see it.
It was after an organs practice.
Yeah, I remember.
that.
I kind of remember that.
And I remember you guys were saying shit, and I was like serving you guys drinks and shit.
But I
God
just
damn
remember.
it.
Oh yeah, remember being hey, can I get like someone? We would ask somebody to get us pop.
Yeah, I'm like, sure, let me fucking get you that.
And like there was a line.
But I know what you're saying.
But yeah, it just made me nostalgic for that era, and also it made me sad that David Fincher isn't working on this series. You know?
Yeah.
I would like 2 more of these movies with him. You know,
I think the issue with him and them for this movie in particular, they were trying to build like a big franchise, but the budget was so much more than they wanted to spend, and it was.
And did this do?
It just didn't make. It
underperform?
didn't make a lot.
It made 230-ish worldwide.
but
That's
they wanted a
190.
lot.
Dude, it was busy for a while.
Yeah.
But sequels get more expensive. They don't get cheaper.
Yeah.
And the profit didn't.
Yeah.
And these books have sold so much, so they were probably expecting
The
that
Swedish-
level.
Yeah, the Swedish movie made cost $13 million to make and made over 100.
Yeah.
And this cost about 100 and made 230. So
yeah. Well,
Not that this is that relevant, but do you guys like the Swedish
well,
ones?
compared, like I think this one's like an excellent example of something like this, and that other one's just like fine. You know, it's.
I like them, but I would
I only
agree.
watched the first one.
Yeah.
I
It
need
was
to see
okay.
them.
What's that?
I need to see them.
I think Noomi Rapace is
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
really good in it. It's just like it's fine.
Yeah, Michael Nyquist. That's who it was.
Yep.
He died recently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The thing I liked about this movie is like Daniel Craig. I liked him as the lead, and I liked that he wasn't the like James Bond badass. He actually was really vulnerable.
He
in
needed
it.
help.
Yeah, he was very vulnerable, and especially at the end when he put the bag over his head and he looked like a complete buffoon.
I also told Ben this. Before we recorded, I rewatched that scene. I just love that scene.
He was just like,
well, like it just.
Well, how would you look if you
I
had
know,
a bag over your
I
head?
know.
It's just
I know.
like that's. I hate that like feeling
Yeah.
of like suffocation and stuff.
That reveal at the end is.
Oh,
I love that.
And like he's bad.
Yeah.
If you were following like all the research,
strands,
there's
yeah.
so many cool like
It feels like
scenes
a-
of research.
It feels like a great deep dive into Vanger industry.
Procedural.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And like you feel like you're researching with him because there's no dialogue in the scenes. It's just like a montage of like map. Oh, ooh, oh, and like they're putting like marks on it,
Dots,
and
like,
yeah,
yeah.
and like
Highlighting.
and like Google, and like and it works so well. David Fincher loves like people getting information. You know
Oh,
what I
that's
mean?
what his career is based
Yeah.
on.
And like people's reaction to that.
I popped in the special features disc on my.
They're so
Blu-ray.
good. I love
Yeah.
that Blu-ray.
I didn't watch them all. I watched a couple, but it's cool because they're like filing cabinets, and you have to like select each one, and
Yeah.
then it goes into another thing.
Is there a commentary on this?
Yes.
He does commentaries on most of his movies.
because I should buy this because I don't own it. I rented it through Amazon. And I was like, damn, I fucking.
It's
love
the
this
first
movie.
Blu-ray I ever bought. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new one, of course, because I just think the stories are cool.
When is that coming out?
It's like the Who Played with Fire, right? It's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
fourth
Girl
one.
who we were just talking
Yeah.
about it. Spiderweb.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
else who's doing it?
Who's does it?
Phoebe
Fee
Alvarez.
fi fo fum.
Fetty
Guy
Al-
that did
Fetty
Don't
Al-
Breathe.
Fetty,
Oh shit!
yeah, Fetty
Fetty
Alvarez.
Ooh.
Evil Dead. Yeah.
Is the girl who's
Claire Foy.
oh, she's good. She was in Lady Macbeth. She's really good.
Claire
I
Foy.
wanna
Is she
watch
the
that.
one that's in
new Steven Soderbergh
Unsane?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
Just
Yes.
cast Rooney Mara.
Yeah, but they're not they're not following
That
that
vision.
story
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm-
honestly,
yeah.
there is. I do have an issue with this movie, and it's like the last 40 minutes.
I like
What, when he
Okay.
gets hit with a
Go.
golf club and he looks fucking
no,
grotesque
like
as hell?
where
It's
it,
after that. It's when they.
You don't like the Wennerstrom stuff.
Exactly. So the part, and I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just less good.
It loses steam after
Yeah.
that.
Well,
you have the
you-
deep
It's
dive.
for
in-
Daniel Craig's character.
you have
Exactly.
you have a climax. And
It feels
then-
like a TV show.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think those were, and I feel like that would be like a disappointing finale.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because you have the Wenger industry stuff and you're super invested into that. And then they're like, oh, let's go solve this Wennerstrom
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, okay.
It just
It pays off for me because I love their
You like the
chemistry.
You like the romance.
I love it.
I don't care about it.
I do.
you don't.
I not at
Oh,
all.
I do.
I think it's kind of.
But he got ridden.
Oh, I remember that was a thing for you too.
I really don't care about it at all. I don't even.
It
think,
works for me. It's so
Yeah.
cool because I just like you just see that like that little like crack in her armor, and like that's the only little
Like when she buys the gift.
yeah
and
yeah,
all
Yeah.
that.
it's just very touching to me, and I
you
just
feel
fucking-
bad for her.
Yeah, she throws it the fuck out,
And
she's
she
just-
doesn't open herself up to people.
Yeah, it's like yeah, she builds herself up. That's why she looks the way she does, you know. And then like she's vulnerable for 1 minute, and it hurts her. And I just I love that. It's touching to me.
I don't know. I think her performance is great, but I think
Yeah.
her character is also kind of a weak link.
Uh,
I don't really feel the need for I don't. You know what I mean? I don't.
Well,
care.
her and Daniel Craig don't even like come together until like halfway
Exactly.
through the
until
movie.
an hour and 20, I checked. Yeah,
Yeah. You know, and
but I like that.
I would-
I don't have a problem.
I
with
would
that.
not
I
like the
don't-
movie as much if that wasn't in it.
what wasn't in it?
That
Elizabeth, you mean?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
dynamic.
Oh yeah, okay.
Definitely.
I'm sure I would like it maybe a little less, but I don't know.
Like you would be okay with it not having it. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Not me.
I
There's
don't-
something about it I love.
Like the
She's
over
the girl.
Otherwise,
With the
what's the
dragon
point?
tattoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the point of the movie if she?
Well, what is it? Tell me.
The point of the movie is
Why is she in it?
she knows how to get
She
the,
helps solve
the
the mystery.
information.
Yeah, but she's not the supporting character here, is she?
I think it's
Co-lead.
yeah, like
The
a
Swedish, the title is Men Who Hate Women.
Yeah.
And what they're saying about her makes her co-lead for sure, like how the process of what she's going through. But I think that stuff's interesting and it's there, but I think it feels secondary to everything else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because you follow her plot as it connects with how Martin treated women and how her Martin's father did, even though it was unrelated to Harriet, which we find out.
And that's like
Not unrelated,
and
but
that's like the fault of the source
yeah,
material. It seems
you have a bunch of things going through concurrently, but they don't cross until late. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that's also a positive in some ways because you see how they relate by still being their own, being actual characters, people. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like her being this ward of the state and stuff, that stuff I don't.
They dive into that stuff way more throughout
And-
the entire book series.
Yeah.
Like the next two books, they go way into why she's the ward and all that.
This is also the beginning of a
Yeah.
series.
So
And-
I can cut that kind of stuff some slack.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean, but to me, the stuff that makes this movie good is the Wenger stuff,
yeah.
and not the stuff that feels extraneous.
Okay, yeah.
My God, it was such an awkward movie theater experience when I saw this with my
I saw this on a date.
80-year-old grandmother.
I saw this on a date and it was awkward.
What'd your grandmother
that
think?
seems rough.
She
There's
was like,
two rough scenes in that whole
Yeah.
with those characters.
she
Yeah.
was like, "Why did you take me to this?" And I'm like, "I didn't realize it was going to be quite
Oh,
this
did
explicit."
you not see it
No.
beforehand?
Yeah. I was like, "God, this is awkward."
Damn. Yeah. That is awkward. I remember seeing it on a date and just being like,
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think about like with the rape? Because I know now, like in our current climate, there's a lot more people talking how you shouldn't use rape as the
Motivation for a
yeah.
character.
yeah. I see. I don't think this like builds her strength. You know what I mean? Like as some some movies do use it as like, oh, see, she is strong.
Yeah.
You don't think she's defined by
Yeah. I don't think she's defined by it.
not the
I think it's just things that
everything that's happened to her.
It's everything is just
Yeah.
adding
Right.
on top of her, and her character is just happens to just
We see how these
she
people
handles
It
stuff.
shows her resourcefulness
But
too.
why are
Yeah.
they saying that? Why do they say that you shouldn't use it as
Using rape
motivation?
as a plot device
It's
to
exploitation.
yeah.
But I think that's like
exploitation.
one of the perfect reasons to fucking.
It's lazy.
Well,
That's why exploitation movies are considered a lesser, class. They're, low brow, low class. You know what I mean? B movies.
yeah, but like
They're just saying you can show this kind of stuff
You-
without
well,
someone
it's
needing to be
cheap.
raped.
Well, it's not just like revenge. It's like, oh, this woman is strong because she survived a rape. You know what I mean? It's like it's character
Plot
stuff.
device.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she was raped. She can push through anything. You know what I mean? Like you can also write it better.
A
to be-
girl. Why don't men get raped to be strong in movies?
I don't know.
They don't need to be. So
Yeah.
why do women?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's yeah.
Do you
Oh.
want to see more men rape? So
Hold on. But anyway, yeah.
American History X.
Keep going.
No, I don't get me wrong though. I do love this movie a lot, and even though I have like little quibbles with that stuff, I still think it's all good. I just think there are like levels, like variations.
Well, I also can because with the same things with Gone Girl is they're taken from source material. So I mean, you're taking it from the source material too. Like unless David Fincher wanted to modify what happens in the book,
Right.
maybe some of that stuff he could have changed.
And
but
the thing that's different is Gone Girl's one book and this is a series.
yeah,
But these are multiple books, and you kind of see how their characters evolve over time. I have no idea what happens to them. Is Michael Nyquist or Michael Blomkist a big part in the sequels?
I mean, he is in them a little less.
It's
Yeah.
written.
I would figure.
A lot of it has to do with Lisbeth and her like family because they mention about how like the stuff with her father, they briefly mention it here, but that's way more of a plot device than the next two. And then she has like a brother. So
Do you think her investment lives? Do you think her investment basically that she requires from Michael, the investment of $50,000 to screw over Wennerstrom is worth the extra time it adds to the story?
it closes the loop of him from the beginning.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Do you think it needed that much time to do it?
I mean, it is a lot of time. I will give you that.
I
like that part. I do like that
I just
part.
like love this world it makes and
Yeah.
like the characters. So I'm okay with being in like this
Yeah.
world.
To me, it feels like a TV show.
yeah.
Do you think Robin Wright Penn's dynamic was kind of unnecessarily
Well,
there?
I think it's development for a sequel. Like
Yeah.
that character
It's
comes back.
Joel
does.
Kinnaman, why? Like you
Yeah.
see him, you're like, why the hell is he in this? And he has more character
Yeah.
stuff in the next ones. But
And like you can see, like we talked about this before, like you can see groundwork he wanted to make. He wanted a long form story.
Yeah.
he wanted things to like make sense when you watch the entire thing.
Yeah, and that's why he dove into Netflix because
Right.
this is the way to do it. He's not
Long
able to
form
make.
storytelling.
Right.
He's not
Yeah.
able to work with studios to tell.
Right.
these-
So it's like the first part of Lord of the Rings without getting two towers.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
And that
Yeah.
would feel very
It would suck.
yeah.
yeah, and you see, yeah, hey, those towers back there. That's
Though I'd say
Because
this,
that literally just ends.
Yeah.
this one is much
More
more of
con-
a standalone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because those books are like that too,
Yeah.
which has its own focus.
Because I don't know if the author was planning on writing a series. Maybe he just because there's a pretty start in
in the series itself.
in the books. I mean, when he first started writing, I mean, he has stuff you could
oh,
sequelize,
oh,
but
oh, oh.
2 and 3 go way more together
I
than
see.
1.
I see.
Yeah, because one has the stuff that is overarching, and then the Wenger Industries, I assume, has nothing to do with the other ones.
No, yeah,
Okay.
not really.
I think the music is so good in this. We
Of
talked about that
course, yeah.
a little bit in the last section. Like these people just kill it. They're making these tones and it's fucking awesome.
It's just like, and it's also so it's like underneath
Yeah.
everything. I think with Social Network, it's way more flashy,
yeah,
but in like this and Gone Girl, it's like building a lot of
Yeah.
atmosphere.
yeah. It adds so much and like it's not like overwhelming. It's
I
not.
mean,
like,
it's memorable, but it's
Yeah.
not like you're like humming like every
Yeah.
little part.
yeah.
It's interesting because next episode we'll see the David Fincher dynamic with Howard Shore,
Yeah.
and I think that they're the early part of his
yeah.
career, it was Howard Shore who
Yeah.
was his go-to guy, and they're two totally different
Yeah.
styles,
Yeah.
but they both lend that signature layer of atmosphere that makes all of his movies great, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think new David Fincher is better than old David Fincher?
His
think
career is
it's all
so
pretty
strong
good.
that it's hard to choose because I love Seven. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that movie.
So what are the movies for next week?
Zodiac, and
We're going to
Game.
solve the actual
Game.
Zodiac
Yeah.
crime.
So I guess I am diving into a little bit older David Fincher.
The Game.
Yeah, the game. But
Zodiac kind of is. Zodiac is the
2007.
one that starts this
It's,
look.
yeah.
That-
it would have
yeah.
been interesting if we did Zodiac this week because it was what was its it was its anniversary the other day.
yeah.
No, 10th.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Wait, it came out in 2007.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it online that they were like David Fincher's Zodiac was released.
It was
whatever.
probably a few months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like on Fandor or something?
It was on
Yeah.
something. I don't
think
know.
Fandor
I was like,
posted
shit.
it. They can't count over there. Did Squit, did you see a girl's dragon tattoo?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You already told
What
us.
the fuck?
I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I-
sick.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I'd
watch the
watch it.
Swedish one?
No.
Cool.
Who do you think? Did you watch any of the Swedish ones?
Uh-uh.
But you love Noomi and Rapace.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to watch them.
Just still
I
on
remember when it
Netflix?
came. They played the girl with the dragon tattoo at the campus, the Swedish version, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Because I saw like her like a punk
Yeah.
girl on the poster. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was ignorant to the book series because it blew up then after
Yeah.
that.
What's extra interesting is how the dynamics between the genders is exact opposite between Gone Girl and this.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And this movie, she is capable of doing that to somebody, but she does not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not interested.
Yeah.
Well, she does screw over Vennerstrom, but
A guy
but
who she says deserves it.
Yeah.
Or-
She
does
uses
deserve
her
it.
powers for good.
yeah,
you
she's
know?
like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
I think they even say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I love this movie. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I will give it a 4.5 too.
I will give it a 5.
Oh.
4.5.
Ooh, hand holding club. Bunch of Squid, what are you gonna give it?
Don't know, don't care, right?
I don't know. I probably would give it.
Why would you give it anything?
Rate it. See it.
Rate it. What,
Yeah,
rate
rate
it. What are you gonna give it?
I'll give it 4.
Cool.
So next time you can watch these two movies and then you tell us what you thought.
I
of
bet
them.
I'd give No Girl. What's that one?
No Girl.
Yeah, No
Gone
Girl.
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 Gone Girl.
No Girl. I'll
Give
see.
it a 2.
I'd probably give Gone Girl a 4 if I ever seen that.
What do you?
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think sounds better?
Gone Girl.
Oh, really?
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 Yeah, like
Wow, I'm surprised.
Gone
I
Girl.
like Gone Girl.
Why?
I like.
Sound flaccid dick.
This has some
does.
dick, guys.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he gets
sticks
rid-
his head in her ass at the one part.
Yeah, and he gets ridden.
He gets ridden. Anyway,
There's a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
rape, which really,
Is-
made someone
And
happy.
rape and what?
Martyrs. You like
The
martyrs?
rape of both.
I never seen Martyrs.
You did
What?
too.
I never seen Martyrs.
Wow.
Martyrs.
So, Squit, what do you want us to watch?
What's your month?
What do you look
What's your
forward to?
point of you
When are
being
we
here
going
on this
I
episode?
don't
Yeah, how'd you get in here?
I don't know. I was invited. I think.
You think?
I
You
don't
were
know,
invited
it's-
to participate and didn't.
You'll have good analysis.
Oh well, I
next
thought it
one.
was Zodiac. Well, I mean, I probably want. I'm not good at reviewing movies or giving
Sure you
input.
are.
I don't think too much. I
You
just
used to
watch
use
and enjoy.
Flickster.
I just kind of watch and I usually enjoy. But there's
That's
a lot of
what I
stuff
do.
I don't like. Yeah, but I don't have like a lot of opinions floating around my head. And
I
like,
got
Yes, you
opinions.
did.
Yeah, you got pinions.
yeah, well, it's hard for
What are
me
you
to
looking
explain
forward
it.
to?
What am I looking forward to?
Say I don't know what's
some of
coming
these foreign. I don't know what's coming out, but I'll see that Annihilation, and I want to see some of these foreign films.
Oh, from the Oscar form.
Yeah, the Oscar.
I'm surprised you
foreign
didn't want to see that anthropoid fuck.
films. I'd watch that, but I
Anthropoid
didn't
dick.
get a chance to.
What is that?
Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
Did you ever see Anthropoid?
with
the
the
wor-
spiders?
No, the
What am I
World
thinking?
With
War II
what's
movie.
his face from
Cillian Murphy.
50 Shades of Grey?
I never heard of it.
He
Yeah,
might
he-
be in it.
I never heard of it.
Jamie Dornan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's in
I'm
it.
excited for next week with the Shram and
I didn't announce that yet, but
Are you
We
next
didn't
month?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a
Are you
month?
really gonna pick those?
yeah,
Oh, I got a month to do wait for that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do those months?
yeah, he'll do.
I'm gonna be here all the time.
You're taking over, right?
Taking over.
So are you gonna be like our new guest? Or our new,
So where can people reach us?
where can they reach you, Squit?
What reach me?
Okay.
What's your phone number?
Anotherlookpod at gmail.com.
At
Instagram.
Tinder.com or
Find us on
Squit.
Facebook. Please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes.
So next week is The Game and Zodiac.
remember
so
when we were on Tinder in Philly and it was blowing up for you?
Oh, I don't remember that.
there's a lot of people in a lot of
A lot of people
Philly.
in that radius.
Yeah, you can do a lot of swiping. Get those fingers ready.
I remember you were like literally going through the thing and just swiping. You weren't even looking at it.
You were
just-
doing the same thing.
Maybe.
You're
All right.
Swiper.
I think that's a good way to end.
Guilty pleasures at best. Gouge the floors in our chests and